Okay, everybody, welcome to another week of WCW 2002. It's the third week of February as we continue the road to Super Brawl on Nitro. So, starting off on the pre-show, we've got Air Raid of AJ Styles and Air Paris defeating Chris Harris and James Storm. The future America's Most Wanted in 1444 when AJ Styles defeated James Storm by pinfall with the Styles Clash. 48D plus. Again, these guys are not quite ready for full-time spots on the main roster, but they're not developmental talent either. So just sort of there in the pre-show for a while. But who knows for how long? Maybe they'll have something to do soon enough. Anyway, solid match, 48D plus, for a pre-show. And in our sort of pre-show main event, we've got Yoshiro Tashiri, the Cruiserweight Champion, defeating Elix Skipper in 9:54 with the Brainbuster. 50D plus, yeah. So this is just a match to give Tashiri a match, but I don't want him wrestling on Nitro. So yeah, this is a non-title match. 50D plus, 9:54. Tashiri gets a quick, easy pin. Now actually open the show. Bischoff opens the show, welcomes the fans, says, we've got a lot of chaos going on here in WCW. We've got V Impero saying he's going to send, Booker, Booker's part of a Deadpool. We've got the Horsemen fighting with folks. We've got Scott Steiner going crazy. So, he wants a little chaos. So out of the people who aren't booked already for tonight, and he goes through a couple of the people, tonight there's going to be a random partners tag match where he'll draw the people who will be, tagging together at the time of the main event. 76B minus, because, Bischoff's not the best guy on the mic, but he's over enough, and, so solid beginning to the show. Then we've got Jamie Noble defeating Yang and Hoovy in 7:29 when Jamie Noble defeats Hoovy Gura, 62C. Solid match, so, basically this gives Noble the Cruiserweight title shot. And then after the match, Tashiri comes to the ring, taps the belt, and smiles evilly again. Again, just sets up the match at Super Brawl 56C minus. Nothing too special. Just a, face-to-face Cruiserweight title match. Just like the old days of WCW. Then we got, something different. We've got Chavajiro backstage, maybe at the catering table. He's sort of glum. He's staring at Yang and Tajiri, sort of facing off against each other. And then Mike Sanders comes over, who also hasn't been on TV much lately, except to, be a jobber. He approaches him, and, he begins saying something to Chavo, but then he knows his camera, and, basically, motions for Chavo to follow him off camera. 47D, and, this might be something happening. Who knows? Well, I do, but, you guys don't know because you're watching this, not booking this. Then we've got Scott Steiner making Conan submit in 7:24, 69C minus. They don't click, but still, not a terrible match. Just a straight-ahead match to put Steiner over. Conan's not terrible, but he's nothing special either. He's sort of in that same spot as guys like Hugh Morris, where, I don't want to get rid of them because they're, not bad backstage, but I also have, really nothing for them to do. And then Scott Steiner, celebrates. He, cuts a promo into the camera, old school WCW style, about how, he's going to rip and tear, chuckle him apart, and then he's going to take Stacy with him to be one of his freaks. 79B, straightforward, sort of celebration angle. Then we've got a Helms promo, backstage. He basically explains why he attacked Dustin. He makes fun of Dustin for being a painted up freak up north. He had to run away after being Dusty's boy for so long. He couldn't do nothing without his daddy. He had to, put on a mask, not really be himself. He's been a failure since he's come back to WCW. He even lost his wife. So, at Super Brawl, he's going to put Dustin Rhodes out of his misery. 66C plus. Helms is not the best guy on the mic yet. But, he's getting there. So this just builds up, the match. And then we've got, in their first match together, Alex Wright and Ray Jr. defeating Jindrak and Stasiak in 7:36 when Ray Jr. defeats Marjack in a pinfall with the springboard Hurricanrana. Ray got a 74, Wright got a 63. The heels got 50s. Again, this was just a straightforward, okay, look, these guys can team together and they can get a win over an established tag team. And then after the match, because they're heels, it turns out Storm and Austin were lying about not being worried about Rey Mysterio and Alex Wright, or maybe they're just not worried, but they just want to beat him up because they're heels, and they just jump right in. Ray Jr., maybe Awesome bomb. Awesome sends Ray Jr. over the top rope with an Awesome bomb because Ray Jr. is stupid enough to take that bump in 2002. 68 C+ for that. Then we've got a basic your Horsemen backstage angle, in their locker room. Ric Flair, says, DDP, you're the people's champion, but, Ric Flair is the world champion of all time, 13 time, or whatever his time he was at this point, limousine riding, jet flying, woo. Canyon talks, says Sean O'Hare's, says he wants to be the future of this company, but Canyon is the present and future of WCW, the heir apparent, the man, the innovator, and he's got backup in the form of Johnny Lawler. Then Jarrett, talks up Billy Kidman, says, Billy Kidman has a pretty girlfriend, but Jarrett, is going to take that U.S. title off of him, and Douglas just laughs and talks about being the franchise. 87 B+. Again, your heel promo. I really like this Horseman group I've created sort of ad hoc. And then Booker T in the ring, says he's a fighter, so, Vampire can talk about be part of a Deadpool, but he's just going to do what he does, sucka. 85 B+. Booker T, I've sort of not, said he's the world champion, I've sort of, underused him. I don't know. Seems weird. Then, this is just a basic put Booker T over. He beats Reno in 621 with the Harlem Hangover. Basically, Disco and Cash both run an attack, but Booker T still beats up and gets the win because he's a top babyface, and that's what top babyfaces do. 76 B-, perfectly solid match. And yeah, Booker carried that. Are you surprised? No. And then we got a 3-on-1 beatdown, so, so basically, despite, Booker T being Booker T and, fighting them both off, they finally get the numbers game. Jet and Finlay run in to save because they're good baby faces, and then Vampiro just, shows up at the, top of the ramp and just stares down Booker T as he recovers. Yeah. 71 B-, because I was being fair and rating people on all of their stuff, just not Booker and Vamp. See, I don't cheat, unlike other people. Okay, it's not cheating. Do whatever you want. Then our semi-main, Kenny and Jeff Jarrett drew with O'Hare and Kidman in 10:22 when the match descended into chaos. So, this is just your typical sports entertainment finish. Both guys brawling all over. Nobody happy. Johnny Lawler getting involved. The ref just throws everything out. 75 B-, Kane got a 90 because, wow. O'Hare's at a 60, so he's getting there. Kidman 67, Jeff Jarrett solid 78. And then we've got a brawl. Jody and Douglas come in and get involved, and this is just your old-fashioned Horseman beatdown as Tori Wilson screams and cries, maybe even, Johnny Lawler pushes her down or, makes her cower in the corner because she's, the former China, and Tori Wilson is Tori Wilson. 82 BB. Solid hot angle, and gives the heels a little heat as we head into Super Brawl in a couple weeks. Next up, backstage, quick backstage promo, in the darkness. Vampiro basically say, Booker T got lucky tonight. He had backup, but he's still marked for the Deadpool, and at Super Brawl, this will be the end of Booker T's world title reign. 85 B+, because Vamp's pretty good. Then finally, Bischoff, comes out, announces the tags. First he announces Dustin Rhodes, then he announces Ric Flair, then he announces Shane Helms, then he announces Diamond Dallas Page. ADB, I'm shocked that people feuding ended up in the tag match together. Absolutely shocked. Anyway, in the actual match, big main event match, DDP and Helms win when Flair and Douglas, when Helms beats Dustin Rhodes with super kick. So I can just imagine, Flair just, finally laughing, walking off, nailing Dustin, Helms hitting super kick, and him getting the pin. Everybody did pretty good. 78, 79B. Angle gained some heat. And then Flair and Page brawling. And then at the end, Flair goes for some wacky attack. Diamond Page, ducks under him. And bang, Diamond Cutter on the rampway. 99 A-star. Really good ending to the show. And then 86B+. There you go. So, yeah. I mean, we've now pretty much got Super Brawl set up, you know. Booker and Vampiro for the title, Flair and DDP taking on each other, Kenny and O'Hare, Steiner Palumbo, tag title match between Storm and Awesome and Wright and Wright Jr., Dustin and Shane Helms, and other stuff that, you know, I've gone over. So let's see here if anything interesting is happening. Nope, just TV rating and the development people who don't want to be in development anymore. So let's just check out Raw's War and 90, because, yeah, Kane going into a contest with Steve Austin gets a 98, because of course it would. So, okay, let's just go over this real quick. So Kurt Angle beats up Tommy Dreamer. We got a confrontation between Albert, K-Quick, and X-Pac. Then Albert winning in three-way. Confrontation between Kane and the Big Show. Confrontation between Matt Hardy and Eddie Guerrero. Hardy defeating Eddie by DQ. Rock and Edge confrontation. Leading Jacqueline confrontation. Then no contest. Okay. Yep, they have the stars. Anyway, so, you know, a week and a day, or week and change till Super Brawl. We got one more Nitro, and then Super Brawl. So, you know, give me a like, give me a comment, give me a subscribe. Let me know what you're liking, what you're not liking, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of. But, you know, that's it for now, so adios.